So your first 6 cards that come out, the very first one that wants to go first says congratulations. Congratulations, you've done a wonderful job. It's now time to move on to the next project. Awards, scholarships, and promotions, like really great things are coming for you. Congratulations, you've kind of finished one thing and going into the next thing. And not only that, but your top and center card is talking about new beginnings. So it's as if it's not just about congratulations, you finished a project. It's more like congratulations, you have maybe survived. You've maybe finished something that you've been working on that was maybe not fun. And you sort of managed to get to the end of it, sort of thing. This one being top and center is talking about new beginnings. So it's as if you've turned the page. So this is saying congratulations. You have completed sort of one sort of section of your life and moving on to the next section, the next chapter, so to speak, starting a new life, finding your purpose, a forgiving and compassionate review of the past. So it's as if the past wasn't very pleasant in a lot of ways, and you're going to be able to find a way to forgive and have compassion for your past and all the ways that it affected you, and all the ways that maybe things didn't work out. Maybe things did work out sometimes, but not other times. It's as if with this new life, you have new eyes to see the past from a different perspective, that's going to enable you to move forward into the future with these new eyes and create really amazing things in this next sort of chapter of your life. I know for me, I feel like I've had 3 or 4 past lives in this lifetime. Do you know what I mean? Does that make sense? It's like this, some kind of situation that lasts this long, that when it's over, and it just feels like, you just sort of, get from it what you can, realize how it's changed you in positive ways. Therefore, you can look at it with compassion and appreciation, and from that, you can let it go. And it just sort of becomes this sort of, feels like a past life. That's what they're saying congratulations to you for. It's as if you have found a way to sort of not only turn the page, but turn the page in a way that enables you to look back at how things have been and let it go in a way that empowers you. In a way that with forgiveness of yourself, and the beliefs maybe that you had running that brought it to you, and at the same time appreciation for it, for the wisdom that you've gained, and for how you for who you are now, having been through it. Does that make sense? So it's like, for some of you, if you haven't experienced that sort of breakthrough sort of moment, it doesn't really feel like a breakthrough. Sometimes it's just a decision. Sometimes it's just kind of stopping what you're doing. It's just stopping life and making a decision to see everything from a higher perspective. Deliberately just sort of forgive yourself, forgive others, and appreciate the experience for what it gave you. And in that, it just poof, it's like the page just turns. And now you're starting a new life. It feels like a new life. So for many of you, this, if it hasn't happened yet, it's coming for you in November, to have that sort of moment where, okay, it's like starting new. And when you do, in this new sort of chapter, make a wish. What would you like to see? What would you like in this new life that you're going to create for yourself? Make a wish. Dreams become reality. This is a really joyful time. Let it be a joyful time. Let it be about letting go of everything that has happened to this point, and now you're going forward and you're just going to create an amazing life for yourself. Dream it into being. And Spirit is saying dreams fulfilled. Dreams come true. You got a genie right here. What would you like? And when you dream about what you would like, it looks like success with the career, love and relationships, and spiritual growth. All three pretty much major aspects of our lives. Career, relationships, and spiritual growth. Success in all of these. What will that look like for you? This is about you. Didn't you guys get this card last time? And I think Spirit was inviting you to take the reins. And it's as if, okay, she wants to come back. This one wants to come back. She, he, Gabriel. It's as if, congratulations, you took the reins. Congratulations. You took the reins. In other words, you found a way to resolve, everything from the past and find a new way of looking at it and allow yourself to dream about what you would like next. What would you like next? Allow yourself to believe that anything is possible. Anything's possible. With that, you can create anything that you want. Sometimes we start to create things and then old patterns or old habits of thinking tell us that that's not possible. Oh, well, I would love that, but that's not going to happen for me. In other words, that's not possible, or that's not possible for me. And so they're inviting you to start with really understanding, something easier. The fact that, yeah, anything is possible. Whether it has to do with you or not, it's just regarding life in general. Can you accept that pretty much anything's possible? And if with that, it just sort of opens you up to possibilities. And then you begin to understand that, yeah, I deserve that. I'm worthy of that. That could be possible for me. This could be possible for you to have an amazing life. And so it's as if you have taken the reins and sort of deliberately looking at your life in this sort of new way to where you're in control. You're in the driver's seat now. What would you like? Anything is possible. Dreams do come true. You've probably seen it with other people, so of course it can happen for you too. Love and blessings fill your life. Harmonious relationships with, balanced and happily ever after. Just kind of happily ever after, that feeling. The feeling that you get with the expression of happily ever after. Just very, very happy, content, blessed. Those sorts of feelings can come in relationships. Success, career advancement, those sorts of things can come in a career situation. What would you like? Whatever you'd like next. Now, they're inviting you to this also says the acknowledgement of success by others. This one, that statement, when the cards first came out too, that statement was kind of profound, and it kind of made me read it. They made me read it a few times. So that means that it's important for some of you, acknowledging the success of other people. Not in a sort of competitive way, or in a way that says, well, maybe they that was possible for them, but that doesn't mean it's possible for me. They have it, but I'll never have it. Do you hear those? These are some of them could be subconscious thoughts, just affecting your state, whether you're fully aware of your inner dialogue around that. You may not be fully aware of your inner dialogue around what it feels like to you and what gets triggered in you when you see someone else successful. And so they're saying, get deliberate. Again, this is us on the same card, right? Taking control over your own self, like self-control, and deliberately see the success of others and be happy for them. This is a general reading. It won't apply to everybody, but for those of you who maybe on some subconscious level, when you see the success of others, it somehow makes you feel less, or that it's not possible, or there's a comparison thing, or there's a competition. These things can cause blocks for you. And so they're inviting you to acknowledge the success of others in positive ways. You could learn from somebody, So what is it that you'd like to create? Actually, deliberately find someone who has accomplished it and ask yourself how they do that. How did they do it? How they do it? You find out how others did it so that you understand how it is possible, and then you make it yours. Then you add your element, what you'd like to create, but you get an idea of the foundational steps to the success of it. This is also in regarding career. This card in particular is regarding career. And so it's acknowledging the success of others to help you. And you're doing that as far as being determined and managing yourself by noticing the success of others, being happy for them. Being happy for them. And getting curious about how they do it. Clearly, if someone else has accomplished something similar to what you're wanting, then it's possible. Clearly, the evidence is right there. So find out, get curious, like, wow, that's awesome. Somebody accomplished that. How'd they do it? You can learn. We learn from each other. We also have this love and blessings, filling your life in harmonious relationships. The harmonious relationships, this card is also coming right after this one, regarding seeing the success of others in a positive way for them, being happy for them. They are a reflection of you in some sense of the words. We're all kind of mirroring each other. If you bring it into your experience to see the success of somebody else, you have attracted that. You have attracted that to see that. So again, so sort of being happy for others in love. When you see other people in love, feel happy for them. And, maybe get curious. Get to know couples that are happily in love, and how do they do it? What's the secret? What's the trick, to being happy in a relationship? Kind of thing, to sort of be happy for them. It's a little bit different. And then we also have this spiritual growth. Same thing, acknowledging the success of others, those that, appear to have accomplished, a really grounded yet spiritual sort of Zen state, acknowledge their accomplishment of that. And yet they're saying that you will feel the accomplishment of that yourself with this new chapter. All of these are underneath this new beginnings for you. So answers that come through meditation. Be a light to others. So it's as if you have now reached this sort of higher level of a sort of Zen and spiritual understanding. So let's see if I can hold these the way that they're laid out. The way I'm looking at them is just sort of this 1, 2, 3. These 1, 2, 3 want to go underneath this one. This is like a new beginning for you. Career, relationships, and spiritual growth. It's a new beginning, and anything is possible. Yeah. So with this new sort of mindset and settling into things. The other deck I used was the Wisdom of the Oracle. The Wisdom of the Oracle deck, Colette Baron Reed. And these cards kind of came out sort of one at a time, although these two came together. These two came together. This one says, not for you. And then we also got the regeneration. Not for you. Regeneration. It's kind of going like this, actually. Hold on. Not for you. So what this one is saying, this not for you, is saying that, you know, there might be something that you might want to pursue, but if it doesn't work out, it's because it was not meant to work out for you. So notice that here, all this talk of what's possible and anything being possible for you. Yes, certain things are possible for you. Anything is possible. And yet we get this card comes up that says, maybe not for you. It might not be the best thing for you. But then, so then I'm questioning that. So then I ask Spirit, well, now why would this come up? Now that you've got everybody, you know, feeling like anything's possible, why would this come up? And so this regeneration, this is about, no, you're starting something new. This is something new for you. This is a new chapter in your life. And if something is not for you, it's divinely guided. There's this regeneration that has happened, and you're on a new path. So this feels like something that you might be trying to create, but it's coming from a past state of being for you. That's what they're saying. That's what they're saying. And this fate, it's like, it's fate. If something doesn't work out, all right, if something doesn't work out for you, it's because it's just not in the cards for you and your life path. Yes, anything's possible. Yes, if you dream about it and you really, really want it, if it's in line with sort of your soul's purpose and the soul path that you set out before you even came here, if it's along your sort of soul's journey, then it will absolutely work out. And you know it. You'll know it. There's this deep knowing that comes that when things don't work out, that is 99.9% of the time God protecting you from a path that is from a maybe a detour that you're trying to take that is not going to go well for you. So sometimes things don't work out, but it's a gift. It's a way that life protects us from trying to do something that's not really going to serve us, that's not in line with what our heart and soul truly want. So when you're contemplating this, really tap into your higher self and your soul's purpose. So it's good that, and wow, okay, this card has now moved underneath this one. This one about spiritual growth is now underneath this one. That's not where it was. It's moved to line up with this one. All right, so the things you dream about, make sure that they're, you know, going into meditation and making sure that they're lined up with your soul's purpose, like what really lights you up. Not what you think should light you up. Not what would have lit you up 20 years ago. But, and who you were then is not who you are now. This is a whole new you. So whatever's next in your sort of spiritual journey that would absolutely light you up, dreams can come true. It can. It's possible. It will come true. So if you start something in November or whenever you see this reading and it resonates with you, if you start something and things just are not working out, that's your clue from life, spirit, God, source, higher self, that it is not lined up, that's not for you, and you'll know it as you develop more and more your spiritual senses and your spiritual growth. You'll know. This regeneration is about you're starting something brand new. This was in the past. So if something is not for you, it's because it's maybe it's just not who you are anymore. It died. It died. Not who you are anymore. And you'll know it. It's not in the cards. And you're going to know it on a deeper level, higher self, deeper level knowing. That if you really contemplate what this thing is that you think you want is actually not really lined up with you. So if that happens, if you don't really recognize it at first and you come up with a plan and you start taking actions and things just are not working out, just not working out, there's a reason for that. There's a reason for that. It's not for you. It's not going to be, you're being protected. You're being protected from, you know, you might be going down the street on a Saturday night and you decide to go down this alley over here and maybe you can't see what's at the end because it's dark. Spirit can see it. So Spirit might put a big old block so that you're not able to go down that alley. Does that make sense? It's kind of like that. It's kind of like that. So things may not work out. If you notice things are just not working out, that's why. You're being protected. Okay. And then we also get this, a leg up. A leg up. I love this picture. So cute. A leg up. And what this is referring to is allowing other people to help you, including Spirit, Source, your higher self, your gut instincts, right? A leg up. But it's also just as much saying to allow others to help you. Now, this one wants to come back. This one wants to come back where if you see others' success, talk to them. Ask them, how'd you do it? You're amazing. How'd you accomplish that? It's fantastic. And learn. Learning, so exciting, right? They can give you a leg up. You've heard of mentoring? It's everywhere. Mentoring. Allow other people and life and Spirit and your higher wisdom to give you a leg up. Sometimes you're not alone. You don't have to do everything yourself. And then watch for the signs. So your final card is this message in a bottle, and what this is saying is to notice the signs. This card in particular mostly is talking about sort of spiritual signs, you know, a message in a bottle, but it might be something that you find. You might find a feather, you might find a person, and so these two are wanting to go together now. There may be a person that just comes into your path, right? A friend introduces you to another friend of theirs, and that person is exactly who would just be wonderful to give you a boost, you know, or without even having to ask, they may say something that absolutely resonates and explains something to you that you didn't even need to ask. It's just there it is. Message in a bottle. Just there it is. It's exactly what you were wanting to know. So those sorts of things, synchronicities, that's what they're saying, synchronicities. But synchronicities can also come through other people. It can come through lots of things. You could see a logo on a truck driving by as you're driving down the highway. That'll be a word that'll absolutely answer some, you know, question that you've had. Number patterns. Finding feathers just when you're asking a particular question. You know, finding a feather could be the yes that you're looking, that you've been, you know, yes or no. Should I stay or should I go? Should I do this or should I do that? You know, which one? Those kinds of answers can come through other people and a variety of synchronicities. So they're inviting you to stay open to receiving. this leg up, staying open to receiving guidance and assistance from others. All of that coming into this new beginnings for you. This is exciting, Virgo. This is very exciting.